Hey. Last time we did account creation, then after we did account customization. As you can see, after a certain time my profile was displayed. Now my picture profile, and of course I did some change in my LinkedIn link. By coming in my profile, I just came here and edit profile, and this is how a LinkedIn link account look like. It is https www.linkedin.com/in/ and my username on LinkedIn and of course, after providing this, automatically GitHub got that one like a LinkedIn profile, and the Twitter profile is like that. Then after that, I just did save. Now my profile is here. Now what we have to do today is to create our first repository. There is two ways. I can come here on repository and I click on new, or even here on the dashboard on home, I can click on create repository. Of course, let us use the first one. Then I can say here testing project. Of course, you can see here to keep checking if the repository is not yet created. If the repository is already created, you can't create another one. You can describe this one for introduction to our GitHub initiation. You can make it public or private. If it is public, of course, anyone on the internet can access and see the repository. Of course, there is also private, which will help you to choose who will see what you published and what is your repository. Now let me set it as private, and this one can be changed during project implementation. Now I can also initialize my repository by adding a readme file. If I check here, I can provide readme information, but let me not do it now. I can of course here add gitignore file, and a gitignore file is something which is really crucial for your project. Why? It prevents unintentional commit. You can use gitignore to prevent unintentional commit. You can also use gitignore to reduce repository size by removing some huge files which are in your project. You can improve. It can help you also to improve collaborations by putting some information in that file which can be read by others. It can enhance clarity and organization of your project, and it can avoid merge conflict. It can also support cross-platform development, protect sensitive information by, for example, putting inside a gitignore file which will not be sent during commit. And of course, it adheres to the best practice to use it. And for now, I can come here, I put none, I can put nothing, but you can choose here. This is different template which I can generate by using my gitignore. If I choose node here, you will see how it will look like a template of my gitignore. After that, choose a license. This one also is optional, but because my repository is public, no need to put it. Just I create my repository. Now this is my first repository with initial commit, which was made in the branch called main. If I came here, you see there is no other branch, there is only main. And of course, I can add readme here directly. I can click here on add readme, and I say to put in bold, I can use those symbols, and I write this is for GitHub introduction, and here I can put BR testing number 1. and I click here on commit change. If you don't commit change, you see nothing. And create readme, this will be the file to be created. I can put also the message I told you for commit. You can put a message or not. Creation of a readme file, then I commit change. Now you can see my readme file is here, and remember this was started by hashtag to hashtag, then that is why it is in bold, and I went to the line, I started my other document. Now you can see here I have two files in my repository. If I click here on git ignore, I can see there is all those files must be ignored when I be pushing. And the one which is the biggest one here, it is the node module. This one is a huge document when you are dealing with React JS or JavaScript oriented project. It could be React, it could be Node.js and others, Node.js backend and others. Sometimes they generate like Angular, and sometimes they generate that folder called node module, which contain different dependencies and libraries which are helping your project to run perfectly. Now by adding it in node module, it means that they will be ignored in that folder. By adding them in git ignore, they will be ignored during commit when you're pushing online. This is a template of a node. You can remember that I choose that template by default. If I came back, of course, you can see here in readme file, there is only that content. Means this is my all project, my all repository. Thank you very much.